the issues of liberty and freedom apply when it comes to hot-button topics like gun control and legalized marijuana. Hi, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. We are inside the state capitol today, broadcasting while the state lawmakers are meeting. I'm Beverly Weaver, and joining me now is State Representative Chris Holbert. Thanks for being with us.
It's great to be with you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Yes, ma'am.
I know this is an issue very near and dear to your heart. You have a philosophy on the connection between legalized marijuana and gun control. Certainly two areas that Colorado has taken the forefront on in sessions past. Tell me, Chris, what you're doing in this regard and really how you're approaching these two issues.
I think it's a fascinating discussion to look at how our society, how our state is legalizing marijuana. I think most people would recognize that as a rather libertarian move and trusting law-abiding adults to make that decision for themselves. But at the same time, we have the direct opposite, in my opinion, when it comes to what the majority party has labeled as gun safety. I think they're trying to allow or encourage the citizens of our state to consider that maybe we can make inanimate objects more safe with words on paper. That's what laws are. So as an example, I brought a 20-round magazine with me here today. This is a plastic box with a spring inside. Last year we had fierce debates over the access of what I would refer to as standard capacity magazines, and the majority passed a law that, in my opinion, says that we do not trust law-abiding citizens, adults in Colorado, with a plastic box with a spring inside. I think it's important that people who might not be familiar with the technology just to see it and understand it. Some in the press, some in testimony refer to high capacity, rapid fire, or magazines that fire. Magazines don't fire, they're not weapons. It's just a plastic or metal box with a spring inside. And I just think it merits discussion of, we have at one point, or on one side of this dynamic, freedom and liberty moving forward and adults making decisions that are right for them. On the other, we have, I believe, a parochial state government saying a law-abiding citizen can't buy one of these if it holds more than 15 rounds.
All right, tell me what you've heard from your constituents regarding this, and then perhaps what you've heard from people in other states, because those are two issues we definitely have taken the forefront on, for good or for bad. And so tell me what you're hearing on both those fronts.
Well, in District 44, which is Parker and Lone Tree, I've certainly heard from people who have said, I didn't vote for you before, but I will now. And I think that I've earned the trust of more voters by saying that I'm not here to negotiate with their rights under the Constitution. I didn't support legalized marijuana, but now that it's in the Constitution, I've taken an oath to uphold that. I also have taken an oath to uphold the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. And again, I just see this contradiction in the two, that we trust law-abiding adults with one substance, but we don't trust them with another.
And what about outside the state, Chris? Have you heard comments from other people outside of Colorado?
Well, I think the East Coast, we saw the influence of Mayor Bloomberg and maybe some East Coast influence. The Vice President made some calls into the House chamber last year, bringing that influence. But at the same time, I think that we see Western U.S., our surrounding states, looking to Colorado and wonder if we're willing to step back in both of those dynamics, legalized marijuana and in gun control. And remember that we're here to represent the people who elect us. They come first. We, the people, come first, not the government. Okay.
Representative Chris Holbert, I know you'll be working on that this session. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.